Guys, it is the end of Monday, June 30th, 2025, the last day of June. Tomorrow's July 1st. We're right into July. I'm here at my, what will be my only store. I'm tired of saying I have two stores, to be honest. I am slowly vacating the other one. But that's another conversation. So today, Monday, was kind of up and down in terms of, people in the store. It feels like last week and the start of this week, a lot of people have left on vacation. Not that I don't have customers coming in, but it feels like that in general in the area. But anyway, we'll see how it goes for the week. I kept myself busy because I got some more. I still had to go through all of those donations, buys, trades from Saturday. And then I got... Oh boy, what am I saying? Oh, I got another couple of bags of donations as well. So I kept busy with all of that. And I had to ship off I had 9 eBay sales and 3 Amazon sales. Wasn't able to share it with you as part of this video, but decent amount of sales over the weekend, nothing crazy. It was slow, and then suddenly I got like 3 more sales this morning to bring in some more for eBay, and always surprised when I get 3 sales on Amazon. Although, speaking of Amazon, the books that I just went through and everything else that I went through, I found this book here called Soft Skills, the Software Developer's Life Manual. I'm going to list that for $18 and change on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled and see if that sells, or wait and see when that sells. And I also found this one, which is fairly valuable. It sold for $40 on eBay, and there's only one other one for sale for like $85 or something on eBay. But I'm going to list it for $50. Take offers. A couple of one CD, individual CD, a CD lot, and then all of these woodworking, carpentry books that are all selling well on Amazon, and I'm putting them together in one 10-book lot for eBay. I'm going to list it for $40, $39.99, plus shipping, taking offers, and we'll see, because all of these books are currently being purchased on Amazon fairly regularly. So it'll be an interesting little experiment to see what happens on eBay with all of those, because they're all good titles, all related to woodworking, related to carpentry, just like, differences for the books. But nonetheless, for somebody that's into that, they should be into those and be interested in buying them. Wasn't able to get to the other 4 woodworking magazine lots that I'm going to put together, but the other ones haven't sold yet. That is depressing. I didn't get any nibbles over the weekend on those, unfortunately. But got to be patient. It's only been the weekend, and these are much bigger lots, and we'll see what happens. Also, of course, I organized a lot more DVDs and other things for future weeks to go out. And today I did a in-store trade for all these records. They're pretty beat up, the sleeves. I mean, they're not like, well, some of them are bad, but it kind of varies. But they're definitely like creased, and some of them have stains, and some of them have some tears, surface tears, that kind of thing. But there are some decent ones, and there's an Elvis one there, but there's some other decent ones. So some of those will be going out in the store here for sure. It is a hot day today, but it's supposed to cool down a little bit as the week goes on, and then heat back up next week. So nonetheless, still selling stuff in the store and keeping busy with putting things together for eBay and for backstock here in the store. And one on Amazon. I'm always surprised when I find something I can sell on Amazon, but I cannot sell it on eBay. It's not selling on eBay, so it's not worth it. It's not going to sell in my store. I doubt it. And it's selling pretty regularly on Amazon. So that was a surprise. Also continued to bring down more inventory, my eBay inventory, slowly into the other unit that I just started leasing less than a week ago. And so going to slowly do that each day until I have all of it down here. Although I probably will have to rent a truck, a U-Haul truck, to move a couple of 3 large, what are they called? Bookcases that will not fit at all in my car, in my vehicle. And we'll have to go into a moving truck. So that feels really good to continue to move all this stuff down there. Although tomorrow, it's a good thing, but also it just means more sorting. Is I'm picking up at least 12 boxes of books from a local college. Just so happens to be my alma mater, but nonetheless, I did this last year, a year ago during the summer. Professors retire or move on to teach at a different college, and they don't want to bring all their books with them. So a lot of them will just leave them there, or they want them to get them boxed up and, get them hauled off. So there can be some really good stuff in there. I found some good stuff a year ago. So that's good that I'm going to be picking up more books and more items to go through. I'll probably find some stuff for Amazon, I assume, and we'll see what the genres are, niches are, and if there's anything that's worth putting together for eBay or to sell individually on eBay, or if there's even anything to sell in the store. But it's good, books are books. They're free. I just got to pick them up. It's going to be hot. 12 boxes is a decent amount. It's not a huge haul. Like, 20 boxes, 34 boxes, that kind of thing. And it's close by. So that's always good news. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow morning. And, we'll see what they are, because you just never know. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes that's the thing, right? Sometimes these donations can be awesome. Sometimes they can be okay. Sometimes they can be pretty bad. But because it's coming from a college, because it's coming from professors, chances are there's often obviously textbooks, but scholarly books that might be rare, that they've held on to for decades, and there's not that many copies. And, there might be something like that, and you can sell it on Amazon, you can sell it on eBay, because there's not that many out there, and there's demand though. And typically those can go for higher prices. So that's what can happen with a retiring professor or a professor that's leaving. Also, there's a possibility that they might have more current textbooks or scholarly books that I could sell on on eBay more than likely. I don't want to mess around with too many textbooks or scholarly books on Amazon, but it's usually better just to put it on eBay in general, just depending on the book, depending on what the data shows me. But yeah, so that's typically what happens when you get books from professors, is there's either newer scholarly or textbooks, or older stuff that's just been sitting for decades and they haven't even looked at it, they haven't used it, or maybe they used it a lot, whatever it may be. But it's something that is a higher value book. It's hard to come by. So that can be really common, those two scenarios. And if it's a certain niche that is very popular right now, or always popular, then of course that is a big positive, whatever that niche may be. If it's very general, then not necessarily, but if it's a very specific type of, study or type of niche, then that can also be really good in terms of potentially selling it for some high profit, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.